please welcome the wickedly talented
Betch's video.
There's a mistake. You guys won Best Picture.
Welcome back to Betch's Video Club, the show where the Betch's video team talks all things movies and TV shows. It's like book club, but with way more screens. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
So this month, I'm serving up one of my personal favorite movies with food, or foodie movies, or movies with foodies, called Julie and Julia. It's a Nora Ephron classic, and it's a piping hot flick with drama and comedy, and Meryl Streep doing a wonderful Julia Child impression. A wonderful Julia Child, indeed.
And now we're in
your
the South.
Your hosts today are
Madeline Mahoney,
Bryan Russell Smith,
and the Jack Maloney. Before we get into it, I do want to know, what's your death row meal?
What? Oh, God. Well, I know mine. Ready?
What's yours?
Brace yourself.
Bracing.
Bucatini alla amatriciana.
Wow, I don't know
Please
what that
explain
is.
what that is.
Okay, do you know what carbonara is?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like that, but instead of a white cheesy sauce, it's a red oniony sauce with guanciale, pig cheek in it. It's so yummy pasta. It's so good.
Who has the best one in the city?
Barbudo.
Barbudo.
Raised
All right. Love that. Brian?
So, I mean, if we're going to go fancy,
Yeah.
I have to
Last
go
meal.
with cachopo, which is a dish from the north of Spain.
Why did I think you were going to
where-
say from the North Pole?
No, it's from the North Pole.
Am I
It's
okay?
seal.
The elves
It's a
brought it
polar bear.
to Brian one day.
No, so what it is it's two pieces of steak. It's
Okay.
usually veal.
See?
With a piece of cheese in the middle of it, a piece of jamon in the middle of it. You put them together, and then you bread it and flour it and fry it.
Shut up. Where do I get that?
In the north of Spain.
Shut up. That sounds amazing.
And do you like dip it in anything? Is it like a fork and knife thing, or is it like
yeah,
a
it's
hand
a fork
thing?
and knife thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Wow. Oh, you don't need the sauce because it's cheesy.
Yeah,
right?
it's cheesy.
Oh,
Yeah, and then
yeah.
also the jamon is so greasy that
Yeah.
it's like wet.
It sounds like good drunk food.
Yeah. I think
But
that's
it's
basically
fancy,
what
you
it
said,
is.
right?
I mean, it takes an effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That takes an effort.
Yeah.
What's
and
yours?
also, if you cook it on the cheap, it sounds like that could actually turn into something pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
If you're not really investing.
Americans
in
making that
ingredients.
would take like 2
Bad.
beef patties.
Yeah.
That would be like that would be at the same stand you get the Philly cheesesteak. It's
So
like you
they
get
like,
that.
they like beat it very thin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
That
mine's
sounds
very
good.
specific to a specific restaurant in my life and in my worldview.
Okay.
It's called Trattoria Romano.
Oy.
They have the pinnacle rigatoni alla vodka I've ever had.
Wow.
I've never found one better. I've never found one that can even come close.
Carbone?
And-
You ever been to Carbone?
Yeah, I've tried it. Doesn't come close. Not even holding a candle.
A lot of people
This
are saying
one is
that
just
these
like,
days, I'll be
the
honest.
sauce is perfect. The type of rigatoni they use is huge and perfect.
Whoa.
And
Hey.
what I do if I'm really feeling lucky, which I would when I'm gonna die, is I put a crab cake on it that they make. It's
Ew.
also one of the best crab cakes I've ever had. I know it sounds like an ooh, but at their
Nothing
restaurant,
could have prepared me for you saying crab.
no, I
cake.
know. It sounds insane, but at their restaurant, they famously serve their crab cakes with vodka sauce on the side. So it's sort of a native flavor.
And this
to
is
their restaurant.
authentic, okay? This is an
is
authentic.
This is what they do in Italy.
This is what an American does, bastardizing Italy. And no, but it's like
That
it
sounds rich,
crazy,
though.
but it's very rich.
Good
That's
for
why
death.
I would have to
You
die.
might have a heart attack
Good
after.
for death. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I would die anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's mine. That's my last.
yum.
That's my last meal. Well, I love that. So actually, today we're famously not talking about anything Italian or Spanish. We're talking about French cooking.
Bonjour.
And 2 women who cooked Frenchly, and it helped their lives. So for those for those who haven't seen Julie and Julia, it's been a while. Let me give you a quick summary. Intertwined by 2 true stories and their love of food, Julie Powell and Julia Child define their careers and lives through cooking. The first is Julie Powell, a low-level government bureaucrat in the early 2000s who transforms her life by cooking her way through Julia Child's cookbook. The other is famed American chef Julia Child, who discovers her passion while living in France with her husband Paul in the 90s, 40s, and 50s.
My dad's name is Paul. So I felt
Your
really
dad's name
connected
is
to
Paul.
this.
Your dad's name? Did your mom write a cookbook?
No, but she's a very good cook.
Oh, really? What's
Very
her
good.
best dish?
Well, sweet is cakes. She made my wedding cake.
Oh my
Remember?
God, she did, and it was
wow.
amazing.
Yeah.
It looked like truly like you
Oh,
paid like
I
a pro.
sent her an AI photo and I said, make this. She was like, Maddie, that's AI. I can't do that. And I said, stop discounting your talent. I know
Yeah.
you can do this. And she did.
Wow.
This movie, written and directed by Nora Ephron,
Our girl.
who we love, we've been loving because we have discussed her in her films before.
And she won. Remember when we did the round of
She won.
rom-coms? She won for When Harry Met Sally.
She did win for When Harry Met
So
Sally.
she is a former Betchie winner.
And
Yes.
as I was writing this outline and like thinking about this movie, I was thinking a lot about our conversation about Nora Ephron's gaze of New York and her view of New York.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
I was
I
like the homosexuals.
No,
Or the gaze of New York.
POV, you're Nora Ephron looking at New York, and that's her movies. But this one sort of breaks form a little bit. I feel like the New York we discussed of hers is usually a little more romanticized and like it's always fall and like
No, she's
crisp.
shitting. She's like, fuck Long Island City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing there? Whoever lives there are idiots.
But you know what? In a way, she's still nailing it because that small apartment that Julie is in, I'm like, oh, Nora knows what it feels like to live in an apartment like that. It's
true.
frustrating.
However, not to like, you know,
go
whatever.
ahead, what?
But Long Island City famously in 2002 would have had like beautifully huge apartments.
Totally.
So it
Yeah.
didn't really
Yeah.
make any sense.
I didn't get that choice. Is that like a biographical choice
I
for
don't
this
know.
actual blog writer?
Yes, it's like it was true to their experience. Like
Yeah.
they did live like that is all just factual. Like they did live above a pizzeria. Like they did.
Yeah. But
like,
if you were going to write that without it being based on a real person, you'd put her in the East Village.
Yeah.
Or Lower East Side.
You
Like
think
somewhere
so?
with tiny, tiny, tight apartments that are
Yeah.
loud and like unpleasant neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's like, it's you have to make her uncomfortable
But
to
I
have to
do
go on
feel
this
like
journey.
I do feel like part of the discomfort is being so far from the city. Like quote unquote. We know that it's actually not that crazy to go from Long Island City to Manhattan. It's
Yeah.
pretty easy actually, famously. But like it makes them feel like
Removed.
outside and othered.
Yeah. So I had seen this movie a bunch of times before we rewatched it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why this time I was so annoyed by Amy Adams' character, Julie.
Wait, really?
Every single thing she did bothered me. I don't know what it was.
Well, that's funny that you say that, Brian, because one of my questions is Julie annoying AF? Or for those who don't follow internet culture,
That feels like
as
a
fuck
leading question.
in this, is she narcissistic? So Eric, her husband, accused in their fallout, in their one little fight, it's really not that crazy.
No.
Accuses her of acting narcissistic about her blog. Do you agree with that?
I have a take. Well, Brian agrees with it.
Well, no, here's the thing. It's tricky because he's the one that said she should do it. And he's like, oh, this many recipes in a year? How can I do that? And he's like, you'll be fine. You'll be able to do it. And then when she gets overwhelmed by it, he's annoyed, even though she warned him that it was going to be too
pushed her
much.
to.
And he pushed her to do it.
In like a supportive way. but
Yeah. And then he gets annoyed when she's like overwhelmed,
Yeah,
even
it's
though
like
she
you
said
can't
she
have it
was
both
going to be
ways.
overwhelmed.
Yeah.
However, I will forgive him because he is so fine.
He's
so
fine.
cute. Chris
He's fine.
Messina, the man that you
Oh,
are.
Shouts out
my
Chris Messina,
God.
you're so hot.
Here's what I was going to say. Okay, I know she's like an internet blog writer, but I see Amy Adams in this movie as a type of artist. And I do think that in order to be an artist, you know, she's embarking on this long form artistry project. I do think that requires a bit of narcissism. So I'm not annoyed by it because I sort of expect that from an artist. But it is like, it's frustrating. But I think it's like expected. That's what's,
Yeah.
you have to be a little narcissistic to do something like that.
My take on it too is like, I don't think she's being narcissistic. I think it's clear to me that Eric has the career he wants. He's an editor
Right.
at a magazine that he likes. There's no she's working the dead end job she hates.
Which, by the way, that magazine, there's no way that magazine exists 5 years after that movie. Archaeology Today or whatever it is.
archaeology to get.
I'm
today.
going, hey, Hubs, like you might have your dream job right now.
Yeah.
The table's going to turn in about 5 years.
Table's
Yeah.
about to turn.
And you're going to be cooking.
You're
And
gonna
she's
be
going to be
cooking.
wishing you weren't.
She's gonna be
Yeah.
writing. You're gonna be cooking.
Yeah.
No, but she has this depressing post 9/11 bureaucratic
Awful job.
job that just is horrible. And I'm like, dude, as the supportive man in her life, I feel like you should just be like, yeah, like, because this is the only thing giving her like
Right.
motivation and like amplifying her, like just like propelling her through her world
But
of
then
life.
it is that thing of like, okay, you're doing this to find joy, and it's not doing that for you anymore.
You're crying a lot.
You're like mushing pate into our floorboards.
Yeah.
Like,
But
we
also,
need to take a step back.
She was doing it, I feel like, not just to find joy. I think she was doing it to find herself.
Purpose.
And to find purpose and, and find her career, because she was, like they mentioned Cobb Salad Brunch, which I think is hilarious, that she was always the one. She was like the editor-in-chief of the Amherst like magazine and whatnot. She was supposed to be the one who had the big career, and then she wasn't the one for a little bit. And then this is her being like, I need to commit to something, I need to do it, and I need to finish it.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're her husband and you know that history, you'd just be like, yes, babe, go off.
Yeah,
this
you know
is
who
it.
you're with.
Because sometimes she'd be like, this is all I have, and he'd be like, it's not all you have. And I'm like, dude, get over it. You know she loves you. She's talking about her career.
Yeah.
Just to go on the phone every day and talk to people who are dealing with the fallout of 9/11. You think she's lit about that? Like, no. Let her
She's
cook.
lit about that?
Let her cook. So
Yeah.
that's that on that for me.
Okay, great.
Not a narcissist.
And it's interesting that we find her annoying, or some of us do, where even though Meryl Streep is playing this character that is a caricature, but she's not a caricature. She is the one that seems like she should be annoying, but she's very
Objectively.
endearing.
Yes.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
thought
But-
that's interesting.
She's not really even playing the real version of Julia Child. She's playing our societal idea of what Julia Child is, and she does that with ease. And like, I think there's a lot of truth to who Julia was through that, but like, the society at large has a point of view about who Julia Child is, right? Because you watched her on TV. You know, you have the Dan Aykroyd sketches on SNL. Like, we all have an idea of what she is. So she colored out that idea and built it out further, but that is not necessarily, you know, all the truth of her.
It wasn't like a exact like replication.
Yeah, and also
You think they're giving, like, are you saying you think they're giving her more charm than she had? Like, she was more imperfect than what we see in the film?
I do, because here's the thing. I also think it supports Julie's narrative more.
And she
to
says
see-
it at one point,
Yeah.
doesn't she? She's like, Julia's perfect.
Right.
There's nothing wrong
Right.
with her. And she's like,
Yep.
I'm the one who has problems.
And the Julia we see in the movie is pretty perfect. She doesn't do a lot that's like annoying, rude, whatever. Even when like she's trying to fire Louisette and she's like, my husband's leaving me. And then Julia's like, oh, just forget about it. Just forget about it. Like, she is an idealized Julia Child.
Yeah.
And she does that perfectly. And that makes the story interesting because we're in Julie's head sort of.
That's what I was just going to say. Like,
retroactively.
it's through Julie's eyes.
Yeah.
We're seeing Julia through Julie's eyes.
Yeah, like this is not a Julia Child biopic.
No.
If it was, we would have seen her time in the OSS. We would have seen her like deep struggle with not having children and like her and Paul's issues with that because he didn't want kids. Like that's sort of the unspoken thing about what's going on there too.
I thought she couldn't have kids.
Yeah, I did too.
It's implied that that's the case, but it's not really the truth. But once again, sort of a simple way of framing that, but it's actually that like in real life, Paul didn't really want them.
Stanley.
They tried one time. And it didn't take, which is like normal. Like you just, if you want kids, you keep trying.
Stanley Tucci,
They didn't.
perfect. One of my hairs is on your shoe.
Perfect. And I have a
Sorry.
question about them. I do
off
want to
there.
say one thing that's crazy, fun fact wise. Julia Child was 6'2".
Yes.
And her sister Dorothy was 6'5".
Holy shit.
Portrayed, that's like
Tall
insane.
girls.
Tall girls. And Dorothy, of course, portrayed by the legendary Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch, famous for playing tall women.
Tall women.
You got a tall woman, get Jane in there.
Get Jane. And I love seeing Jane in this light because of course, my primary reference point to Jane Lynch is Sue Sylvester.
Yeah,
And
Glee.
she's just the baddest bitch on earth. But in this, she's so much more like sweet and joyful and
Yeah.
just like, you know, funny and giggly and whatever. She's just a girl. You mentioned Stanley Tucci.
Of course.
I do just want to talk about him for a sec.
Please. Do more
Because
than one.
this is not the case in this film. But Stanley Tucci is like always a gay man to me somehow.
Of course.
Even here where he's not.
Right.
And they even have the line in the movie when he's getting interrogated by the US government where they just go, are you a homosexual? And he just goes, no, I'm not. I feel like that was Nora winking at society. Because this is post Devil Wears Prada. And like, it just feels like so like
He's played a
commentary.
gay man a few times.
a few
Yeah.
times.
When he plays Plutarch,
Yes.
Plutarch.
they don't say it, but he seems quite gay. I don't know. He does give gay vibes.
But he does it so well. He does it so believably.
Yeah.
Like, why? How do we think that is?
I think he's just a man who knows how to listen to women.
Ooh.
Wow.
But also, he does play these roles where he is a support to a lead woman. Mm-hmm. Which, like, if the
Not
male...
the Lovely Bones. Oy.
Oh. Not that one. But I don't know. There's something about the roles that he's cast in that, like, that is what's called of... That's what's what am I trying to say? That's like what's required of the characters that he plays. Like he needs to be vulnerable and open and like a vessel for these women to pour their emotional story into.
Real. I also really appreciate, shouts out to him, every time he plays a gay man, it's nearly no different than when he's a straight man. He doesn't put on any affect. He doesn't put on a voice. He doesn't do this. Like, there's nothing. He just is him, but he's gay. And that's like,
It's him.
it's a simple thing though, right?
gay.
It's just him, but he's gay.
Really
It's a simple thing.
interesting.
Obviously, it works for the characters you get cast in. Like, I actually don't feel any type of way about it at all. Like Eric Stone Street in Modern Family, for example, who very much is dramatic and like puts on a gay thing, but like it's very much called for in the character, and he does it well. Whereas just Stanley's just like, it's just Stanley Tucci again, but this time he's gay.
He's just so good. Like I'll
He's
just
so
watch him
good.
do anything.
This is a star-studded film. We know. Just some award stats. Stanley Tucci has only 1 Academy Award nom. Do you guys know that? 1.
I honestly don't feel like it's a reflection of his talent. I feel it's
No.
like it's a reflection of the roles that he gets.
Probably. You're right. And I think actually it has a lot to do with like.
And was it for
fact
the
that-
Lovely Bones?
Best Supporting Lovely Bones. So yeah, there's that. But he has 6 Emmy wins. Isn't that random?
For what?
All kinds of different things. It wasn't like one show. It wasn't like a Julia Louis-Dreyfus thing. It was just like a litany of different shows. Crazy. A
that.
Grammy nom, a Tony nom. LOL. Shout out Easy A. I'll always see him as the dad. in that.
Oh my gosh,
That's a
yes.
good one.
My
That's a
favorite.
good
That's
one.
that's prime Stanley
Yeah,
Tucci comedy.
it
to me.
is.
Just have to note, we obviously know Meryl Streep and Amy Adams, 2 esteemed actresses. Meryl's the most Academy Award nominated actress of all time. If you didn't know that, get your head out of your ass. 21 Academy Award nominations, 3 wins, 6 Emmy noms, 6 Grammy noms, 1 Tony nom. So not even close to an EGOT because she hasn't won a lot of those, but the most and a highly record-winning actress and often regarded as the best actress of our time right
Yeah.
now. Will we agree with that sentiment?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Okay, great. So that was just kind of a clean question.
Yeah.
Amy Adams has 6 Academy Award nominations, which I think is pretty crazy. That's a lot. She's queen. And I just wanted to say this one quote about her, which I really like this because this is how she comes across to me on screen. Carl Swanson of Vulture said that she's suspiciously unnarcissistic, gracious, hardworking, and decent to the point of almost not being a celebrity. I love that. I love that.
I ran into her in the West Village once when I was quite young, and she helped me pick out a necklace
Aw.
on like a street vendor.
You still have it?
situation.
No way.
Couldn't tell you the necklace.
How old were you?
I was probably like 13 because I was really into her at the moment.
Enchanted? Was that already out?
I don't even know. I was like an early adopter of Amy Adams. This was when I was like, I'm into acting.
June
You know what I
vibe.
mean? Yeah, exactly.
That's really funny. Okay.
It sounds like you don't think it was funny, if I'm being honest.
That's really funny.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm pouring my heart out over here.
Well, it's not about Enchanted, so I don't really care. Enchanted is one of my favorite
All right,
genre
give us
movies
another
ever.
hot
I got
topic to
more-
debate.
I have more. I do want to talk about the whole thing of Julia Child saying, I don't like this in the movie and in real life. Because
Didn't like the blog.
Didn't like the blog. She gets that call. In the movie, it's traumatized us. She gets that call. And, you know, she has criticisms of it. Doesn't really like it. And
Amy
then
gets the
Adams
call.
like, yeah, Amy gets that call. And then Amy collapses and is like, Julia hates me.
I love that scene on the bed, though.
Yeah.
It's like a mini montage, just like the back to back to back, like abrupt cuts spiraling. She's in a different position on the bed every time. Just like, It was like so funny to me.
That's
It's
early
so true. That is my nominee for the Gracie Abrams Award for the most That's So True moment.
For the most That's So True moment. No, that's an early adopter of spiraling right there. That moment.
Yeah.
They said she's actually going to go every position. She's literally going to spiral physically around the bed, which she does.
So funny.
And then when she gets to the other side, she'll come up and be like, you know what? You're right, Eric. Thanks for being hot and true.
Thanks for being hot. You made me feel better.
How would you feel if your idol hated the work you created, especially if it was about them? Could you recover? Could you continue?
So if Bryan hated the work that I was doing, what would I do?
That's so crazy. We have the same idol.
Oh my God! Wow, you guys are amazing. So that would be like if I made an album and Taylor Swift hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially if it was like about Taylor, like your
Inspired
love letter.
by-
I made an album.
It's your love letter to Taylor.
It's my life of the life of a showgirl.
It's called 1,989 Eras.
I don't know, man. I would
I think we
get over it.
have to remove the thing like you're making it about them.
It doesn't have to be about
so
them.
specific. Like you wouldn't make an album about her. Like
No.
what if Taylor watched one of your videos, Bryan? Like a sketch video that went viral?
She has, I bet it.
I bet she has.
I bet she has.
And you found out that she didn't like it.
Oh, that would be upsetting. And then I would go to the broken bridge.
Okay.
And
Here we go.
then contemplate things. But then I'd get off the broken bridge. But would I jump off? I don't know. Or would I walk?
So that's
Please don't jump.
So sort of the beginning of Beautiful Things. What was that movie?
What about you, Jack? Would you stop?
Man. So this is my facing it. If Tina Fey, we all know, that's my girl, she was like, you're just not funny. Or like she didn't like my comedy at all. Or like I worked on something she worked on and she was like, you're bad.
She read a pilot of yours that was
she was
about
like,
to go to
"It's not
production. It's
funny."
inspired by 30 Rock.
And she's like, it's not funny.
She was like,
I would be a tough pill to swallow.
no, you know what? You know what she says in the movie? She goes, it's not a serious endeavor. But that is so much deeper to me than not liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Not liking it is like, oh, whatever. Everybody likes different things. Who cares?
Yeah.
Saying it's not a serious endeavor is like, oh, that's earth shattering.
When it's also the
Yeah.
thing that's creating your career.
Yeah.
Like that's creating
and that you're the
her
most
writing
passionate
career.
about. It's giving you the most meaning.
Right.
It's also so
Purpose.
strange because she was so rejected in France.
I know.
So I'm
Right.
like, why did you have that
That
reaction?
always confused me. Because I watched this. This is a comfort movie for me. Like I used to watch this
Yeah.
as like a 10-year-old. Like, and I don't know why. Like I think I liked it because of the food, but like that never made sense to me.
It's almost like a shattering of the illusion that Amy Adams' character had about Julia. But then, like, that doesn't really play out. That's the thing. In the
Well-
film, it doesn't play out.
What do you mean? Why do you think it doesn't play out?
Because it's not like then from then on we see Julia Childs as this like really difficult to work with monster or something.
Well, I think
you know?
but I do think at that point on we start to acknowledge like the Meryl Julia we've been encountering is
Yeah.
the idealized,
idea.
unrealistic Julia. Because what happens after that moment is they go to her kitchen in
Right.
the Smithsonian, right? She leaves her the butter. She says, "I love you, Julia," even though Julia doesn't love her. Julia hates her actually, hates her guts.
This is a reminder, hates her guts.
But then we zoom in on the kitchen and like go past the rope that makes it look like a museum, and then we light the kitchen up in a really like golden and beautiful sort of fantastic fantasy way. And
stage set.
we see Julia, right? And we see Julia get her book, and it's like this is the sort of like end of the fantasy. Like kind of close the chapter.
Right.
I'm done with the blog. It's fine. She didn't like it. I'm still a writer. It is just interesting. Back to my Tina Fey. I would cry a lot. I think I would keep going because it's like if I got to a point where I was putting a pilot in production, well, somebody must think I'm good, right?
I'm so motivated by spite, and I just know that if,
That's good.
if
Really?
someone was like, you can't do that, then I'd be like, oh, well, now I'm going to make it my last mission to do it.
yeah,
So,
that's good. That's a good outlook to have.
Yeah.
You motivated by spite.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking. Maddie, Idol and your reaction.
Oh, I don't know. It depends what it was. Sometimes I feel like I just want to do so many different things that if like one person for one of those things said like you're not good at this, then I'd be like, okay, then good. I'm definitely not doing that anymore. Like I'll just do this other thing. You know what I mean? It honestly might
Dead.
feel like a relief to me
Yeah.
because there's not
It's just an
one
answer.
thing that I want.
It's an answer.
Like if Meryl was like, you're not a serious actress, I'd be like, okay, then I'm really going to focus on writing. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I would just find something else, but still meaningful.
So you're saying
Also,
quit.
if somebody in the industry was like, you need to stop trying to be in the entertainment industry, I would honestly go to cooking. I love cooking so much. I would try to be Alison Roman.
I love that for you.
I don't know who that
And then
is.
Allison
You
comes
did
to me.
have-
She
you did
goes,
have-
stop. You're not good at this. Then I become a spy.
Like Julia.
Yes. And then she would come back to me again. She goes, not this either, Maddie. And then I go, trad wife it is.
You did have a self-sanctioned trad wife era.
I would love to be a trad wife. Brad comes home. He goes, I don't want you to do this anymore. I'm like, ah.
like what to do.
But do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I could be happy. Maybe. I don't know. If I really committed to just one thing.
Yeah.
I could just pivot. I don't know.
I'm obsessed.
I think I would
Also,
just
Brian, I want to clarify. I do not think you're a spiteful person. I'm feeling bad about that joke now.
Oh, I don't.
Oh my
I don't
God,
think
don't
I
worry
know
about
at all.
it.
So
I
great.
feel
That was
way.
sort of just me overthinking, and we got it on camera.
Nothing
We're
that
gonna cut
happens
it.
on mic is real. It's fine.
Great, love it. Substack is big these days, and it
Oh.
feels like blogging.
Is this a
we're
Substack commercial?
I feel
What
like
just happened?
I think we might be in a blogging renaissance. Sue me.
Oh, yeah.
So if you were gonna do a year-long blog, what's it gonna be?
Honestly, cooking.
Really?
Yeah.
So would you find a different one? Would you do volume 2 of the cookbook?
I would do Julie and Julia and Maddie. And it would be like that T-shirt, with all the names on it.
Well, no, but if it's Julie's name first, it should be Maddie and also Julie and Julia.
Maddie and Julie and Julia and Allison Roman and Wishbone Kitchen. And it's one big collab between all 5 of us. And Amy Adams is actually part of it. And it's just, 5 amazing white women cooking.
5 amazing white women cooking.
I would totally do a cooking blog.
I love that.
No problem.
Brian?
I wouldn't blog.
What?
I don't know. I would guess
A different face for every day.
Yeah, a different face for every day. And I don't know. I would do maybe that's where I would let my true political self show.
Yeah.
True political self show.
Because I don't know. I never want to get canceled for my real political beliefs because I'm a Republican. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
wow.
Breaking news.
What? So you got sent to the DNC as a spy. So
Yes.
you're Julia Child.
I am Julia Child.
Take off the mask, Brian.
This is a deep state long con, and
Yeah.
I'm eventually gonna be a Republican nominee for president.
I knew it.
And one day when they show up at your apartment door,
Wait, you know what that made me
You'll
think
have
of?
this podcast
Not
to
that, but the face blog. Did you guys ever try to do those 1 second videos? Remember those
what was it called? Be Real?
one
I hate
1
that
second
one.
a day, and it
Yes.
and then you can
yes,
do the thing where it's
yes. My blog,
Yeah.
I think would be a dream journal.
Okay.
That already disinterested.
Everyone
All right,
loves
sort of
hearing about your dreams.
No. But here's how to make it interesting. Here's how I would make it interesting. It would be a journal about the key points of the day I had before the dream, melded with the dream to see if there's any relationship. That would be one for me. I want to see if my dreams have a relationship to real life.
Oh.
So it's I'd be like,
God.
this is what happened to me yesterday. This is what I dreamed about last night.
I would blog about
takeaway.
blogs.
Draw your conclusions.
Isn't that fun? Draw your conclusions in the comment section.
Oh, the comments are
I
going
feel
wild.
like people would go off. I
Yeah.
feel like people would have fun. So maybe I should just do that for TikTok.
Do it. That'd be fun.
Anyway, okay. So just a couple quotes I want to shout out. Only one really hilarious quote in this for me, and here's what it is. Julie Powell talking to her best friend Sarah. I am Sarah. I'm a bitch. And Sarah goes, I know you are. Or then Julie, do you really think I'm a bitch? And she goes, well, yeah, but who isn't?
Am I
Everyone
not always
isn't.
saying
Yeah.
that? That is one of my life theses. Everyone's annoying. Everyone's a bitch. Get over it.
But who isn't?
Who isn't?
I thought you were gonna say the hot stiff cock one.
That one's good too.
That's a good one.
We
also
love
a
hot
good
stiff
one.
cock.
This is now X-rated.
Hot stiff cock.
Clip that.
No. Okay. Something that scratches my brain.
Yeah.
This is sort of pre-brain rot for me. Julie tastes an egg for the first time ever. She's never had one. She poaches it and she tastes it. She says it tastes like cheese sauce. And I've never I've never been like,
That
I
resonates.
agree.
That resonates
You
with me.
agree?
Yes.
I think
Bryan?
it's a texture and color thing. You know what I mean?
The yolk. Oh my god, when you get the yolk to be that perfect runny temp.
Mhm, especially on a poached egg.
Exactly. And it's thicker than a raw yolk and heartier. No, it's just yeah, it's cheesy. Totally
It's
get
cheesy.
that.
All right, team.
Aligned.
You are the butter to my bread. You are the breath to my life. Really cute.
Really
cute.
They had the Stanley and Meryl, Paul and Julia, right?
Yep.
Hold on.
Nailed it.
Stanley and
Both
Meryl.
That's right.
had really sweet moments.
Yeah.
They
That
did.
was
Their
nice.
marriage is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Their marriage is also very idealized. Didn't see a lot of problems there. Only marriage we saw a problem with, Julie and Eric. Why? Because he's probably too hot for her. A lot of people on Letterboxd said
Jack.
she looked like a lesbian. And I didn't say it, but a lot of people
Well, you
said
just
it.
repeated it.
They
I
actually both
repeated it.
kind of give lesbian, Julia and Julie.
They do.
Well, Julia looks like my grandmother. And a
So
bunch of people
your
thought-
grandmother, it looks like a lesbian.
bunch of people thought she might have been.
I never understood how women were able to do that coiffed hair. That Julia does, that coiffed. My
You had
grandma
to,
did
I know.
that.
You had to go to the salon and get it set at the beginning of the week.
Really?
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
My grandma always did that. Okay, that makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Another lesbian grandma.
I just love some of the food sequences in this.
Yeah. What's your
the
favorite one?
Oh my God. There's so many good shots of food, but I think my top Julie shot of food, weird. It comes in the beginning and it's before she starts the challenge. It's her making chocolate cream pie. Just hits. It makes me be like, we're about to see a lot of good food porn in this movie.
Yeah, we
Fork,
are.
yeah.
Mine is also a chocolate thing when she makes that chocolate cake and she's shoving it in his face and he's shoving it in his face. It's
That's fun.
They're just like, "Grrr."
That's literal food porn.
I also love when they're in between the food shots popping Tums. That's so real. So
Real.
funny.
And then I would say for Julia, I just love when she... This is actually not even a full dish, but she chops the onions in a really satisfying way.
Yes.
Loved it. Love that.
And the
Bryan?
big mountain of onions. Stanley can't even walk in the door. He's like, whoa. Like the waft of them.
I did like when she did the lobster.
Love that.
Yeah, I love that.
I discovered I was fearless.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I think that brings me post food porn discussion to my 30-second pitch for why Julie and Julia should win best foodie movies with food.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to wait till the 30 because it's satisfying for me.
And your time starts right
Right.
about now.
Julie and Julia should win Best Movie with Food or Foodie Movie because Nora Ephron is a genius. We already know she has an amazing gaze of New York, but in this one, she gives us an idealized look into France and broader Europe as well. You have two iconic actresses with multiple Academy Award noms and tons of wins under their belt, helming the film and bringing us into the emotional world of it. A dichotomy of two stories with tons of parallels that really rings true, and tons of food porn. Who doesn't want to watch Bavarian cream be made, especially in the raspberry variety? Julie and Julia.
Time.
Wow, that was
Sometimes
great.
I feel like, okay,
it.
that was great. Sometimes I feel like in the middle of the 30-second pitches, it becomes a little bit of like, in this essay, I will. And people are just saying so many words to fill the 30 seconds.
That's so funny. You should have seen my analysis of quotes in high school. when we
Tons
read
of
books.
Academy Awards under their belts. So many wins. It's like, right.
Helming the film.
Except only wins by one.
But also, you used dichotomy, which was really good.
I did.
Good word.
Well,
The intertextuality of that.
The
was great.
intertextuality.
between the two stories.
My final question that I want to leave the audience with is, do you think Remy and Julia met in Paris?
Ooh.
Leave your comment below.
Ooh, I think. Well, that wraps us up on this episode of Betchie's Video Club. Make sure you study up on your homework for next time. We'll be watching The Menu, another amazing movie with food.
Spooky. It's scary.
It's sort of a thriller.
There's no ghosts.
But it's a thriller comedy. Like, it's pretty funny, actually. Like, it's because it's so absurd.
I need to rewatch.
You got to rewatch. I remember laughing my way through that movie because it's so insane. And
Yeah.
Voldemort is Chef. So, Chef Voldemort coming up. But for now, this has been Betch's Video Club. Make sure to watch us on YouTube or stream us on Spotify. It's super fun. You can watch the video both places. And if you want to find us, we are at
Bryan Russell Smith.
Madeline_Mahoney.
and at the Jack Maloney. That's a wrap.
Bye.
That's a wrap.
Au revoir.